Yo, what's good? What's good? It's your boy Robert Williams here with another volume of Dear Younger Me. Been on a little bit of a vacation hiatus, but I'm back with another one. And today we are going to continue our conversation about family. So let's get into it. Yo, what's good, y'all? So let's continue what I talked about in our series of family. And, I didn't know kind of which direction really I wanted to be able to go with this. But I was just driving, picking up my son here from his martial arts and jiu-jitsu class. And so I said, let me make a quick video on a thought that I recently just had, because I had to, well, I want to say I had to. However, my wife just went on a 7-day cruise. I had about actually 8-9 days with the kids, solo bolo. If you know us, married 6 kids. Man, that was some work. Really appreciate my wife big time for everything that she does. And it made me think of something, though. And kind of this thought came to my head the other day, and it was perfection versus parenting, or prevention versus parenting. I can't really remember which exactly when it was. I'll be honest with you, but I'm thinking of it. My thought was like, it's called parenting, not prevention. And it's called parenting, not perfection. But I think I was leaning on the preventing piece. And as parents, and this is why I feel like it's a part of the family series, is because, our goal and objective is to provide for our families, take care of our families, nurture them, protect them, provide a safe environment for them, right? What I tell my son all the time is that I don't want you don't have to be a scholar, a super graduate, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be rich and wealthy. That obviously would be nice, but you must love the Lord, right? And you must be a human being that is contributing, has the ability to take care of his family and function in today's society. If you can do that, you have to be like a fully functioning male in today's society and be able to provide for a family. That is successful right there. And then look, that is the expectation, right? And the bar, whichever profession you choose to do it. But from the family side of things, right? We try to prevent a lot of things from happening. And we try to prevent from them to see things that will definitely distort their minds, disrupt their innocence, and prevent them from sometimes, I'll be honest, sometimes failing, even though I know you could fail forward through things. And we try to prevent them from seeing all the bad things in life, right? But it's not called preventing, it's actually called parenting. And it's just that we parent to be able to make the necessary adjustments when needed. When we do see that they do something that they're not supposed to do, or that we hopefully had instilled in them that they should not do, however they did it anyways, obviously if we were working on preventing them from seeing that thing or preventing them from going down that path, obviously that didn't work and it didn't prevent them from doing it. But if we're parenting, then we are obviously counseling, giving discernment, utilizing wisdom, guiding, nurturing, protecting, providing, right? We're still parenting even when they go down that wrong path. And I could tell you, man, dealing with some tough stuff over the past couple of years. And I feel some of it is things that we really tried to prevent from happening, yet they just happened anyways, right? It's like the thing, as I try to tell my kids, the things that you worry about the most will come about. Why? Because you're worrying about them. So you bring those things that you're worrying about, it manifests itself into real life. And now you're actually dealing with the thing that you're worried about. And so we can kind of look at it from the family perspective. You're experiencing the thing that you've been trying to prevent while parenting. However, we could just be parenting, knowing that we put into them, talked to them about it, prayed about them not falling into sin, not making bad decisions, stewarding their minds, controlling their anger, even though we're flawed in this area as well. As a family, every single one of us has flaws, but we parent them through the process. We coach, guide, give discernment, provide wisdom, and from our experience. And I know, like, one of the things that, I have to tell my son quite often, and I tell the girls, the more and more I'm starting to have to tell them more and more. Everything that you do that you think is a secret will come to light. Every lie that you may have told will come to light. And this is something that I wish that we knew, that I knew, or was instilled in me even more when I was younger, to be prepared for and be aware of. So that as I'm building my family, I'm building, my tribe, my clan, that we'll be able to weather these storms a lot easier. Not because we prevented the bad things from happening, but because we at least knew and feel confident as a parent that we still gave them the characteristics, the skill set, the mindset to be able to deal with the difficult things and the difficult times. And that's so key for your family. Okay? So this is just a quick conversation that I know is going a little bit longer and a little bit more serious. But like I said, I wanted to talk about family over a multitude of series because I'm learning so much about myself as a father, as a husband, as a brother, as a son, as an uncle. And it has to surround the family and the success of our family or the failure of our family, and how we are going to be able to operate in the future, and what our legacy will be, right? And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, this has just been another volume of Dear Younger Me. So to my younger self, just know in the future, there's going to be things that you may try to prevent, but remember, we're parenting. When you're growing your family, and even just if you're just newly married, okay, no kids yet, and you're new to your marriage, and you're trying to prevent yourself or him or her from doing these, certain things, or prevent yourself from doing those certain things, there's no P for, like, what is it? Is there? I'm thinking of parenting, but there's no P in just marriage without kids, right? Definitely get premarital counseling. I'll say that for sure. That's a P. Get premarital counseling. That's what you're definitely going to need. It'll expose so much about where your flaws are to make sure that you're right mentally, emotionally for marriage. Because look, dating, relationships, being, having a fiance, having that whole lovey-dovey feeling, that's one feeling. Marriage, totally different, bro. Totally different. And to my fellas, it's totally different, okay? Just so you know, it is totally different. But nonetheless, again, just another short episode, Dear Younger Me, on our family series. Look, until next time, continue to think, live, and be unstoppable. Peace out, y'all.